Go ahead and apologize for this shitty video quality, but anyways, this is a 2005 Kia Amanti. Now, there's not very many videos on how to work on these, but unfortunately for me, my harmonic balancer came off, which means got to put a new one on. Now, the issue with that is crankshaft pulley. Now, for those of you who've never done a crankshaft pulley, when you do a crankshaft pulley, when you go to turn that bolt that sits recessed back in there out, all you're going to do is turn this pulley. Unless you buy, it's like a $100 and some tool, and you got to go in and take your starter out, put the little tool in the flywheel so the flywheel can't turn, or you got to have an air wrench. Well, you're like me, you know, I'm on the side of the fucking river. I came down, you know, while my motor was nice and hot and everything was expanded, that stayed on there. But after a couple hours, when she cooled down and I went to start her up again, she rattled off. Yay, metal expansion. So if you've got an air impact, you can do it easy. However, I'm in a situation where I don't have an air impact, but there's a way to do it, and I'm going to show you how to do it. Now, I've already set it up, but what you're going to want to do is, and I just saying, when you do this, I would highly recommend using an actual socket. However, that bolt is slotted to fit your half-inch. Your half-inch will work, but it'll be safer if you use a socket. But what you're going to want to do is set this bitch straight up and down in there. Crank that crankshaft over until she's straight up and down. Then come up here, and now I learned this the hard way. Your breaker bar, you're going to brace it off of this engine mount, but it has to be on this side of this power steering line. If you were on the opposite side, it tips the breaker bar just enough to where you can't really seat it right, and it won't wedge in there very good, and it's gonna rip these wires right here out. You don't want to rip these wires out, so we're going to use this power steering line to protect those. I'd rather replace this $5 hose if something catastrophic happens, then tear this motor apart to replace those. But once you get her in there and get her braced off of that, you're going to go over to your engine. Come over here, grab the keys, and what we're going to do is just give her a little just a little bump start. Pull your wrench out, slide her back in. Look at that, easy as pie. Now you'll still need a gear puller to get her out, but if you can get this belt off, you can muscle it out. You just got to pop that belt first. I got replacement belts. I'm just gonna cut that belt out. That's the original belt from 2005. If I'm taking the pulley off, we're redoing all the belts anyways. You know, hey, cut hay while the sun's shining, right? If you already got the pulley off and you can get in there, go ahead and replace them.